My name is Monica Yearwood. I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner and founder of Hamza Ayurveda Lifestyle Center in Chicago. And I want to tell you about a really powerful Ayurvedic detoxification method called virechana. Virechana originally comes from a panchakarma. And panchakarma is one of the most, if not the most, evolved detoxification programs that we have on the planet. It comes from Ayurvedic medicine. It's been used for over 5,000 years. The word panchakarma means 5 actions. So pancha means 5 and karma means action. So there's 5 specific actions that we use in this detoxification protocol to help with expelling toxins from the body. And one of those 5 methods is virechana. The whole intention of panchakarma is actually to heal the digestive tract, because in Ayurvedic medicine, digestion is the epicenter of the immune system, and it is also the origin point for all the tissue layers in the body. So we extract rasa, or essence, from the foods that we consume, and this rasa goes on to form all the tissue layers in the body. So if digestion is not working well and toxins commingle with this rasa, it gets distributed throughout the entire body, and then we become toxic. So in panchakarma, we're essentially trying to pull all the toxins that have found their way into all the peripheral limbs in the body and drive them back to the GI tract, where they're then eliminated through these 5 actions, or panchakarma. Virechana is a really powerful method that we use to clear the small intestine. And it is one of the panchakarma methods that we can all use relatively safely in our home use protocols. And the great thing about virechana is that it helps to clear excess heat from the body. And we see excess heat whenever there's autoimmune issues, whenever there's fast digestion, inflammation, and fiery type emotion. So fiery type emotions would be things like anger, criticism, desire to control. We also see excess heat in the body whenever there's toxic blood syndrome. So that would be things like acne, rosacea, or psoriasis. Virechana is also really great at helping to reorganize digestive function. So if there are conditions in which a person is suffering from chronic constipation, bloating, or gas, we'll also use virechana, as well as if there's slow metabolism, so a person is having difficulty with losing weight. The only contraindication for virechana is if digestion is really, really hot. So if the person is suffering from chronic diarrhea, for example, we would not use virechana, because essentially virechana is the application of a powerful laxative substance. For our home-based protocols that I'm going to share with you today, we most commonly use castor oil. So we'll do a castor oil flush, which Ayurveda really, really holds castor oil in a very high level of esteem because of its really powerful healing attributes. It's really anti-inflammatory. It's a natural cleanser, so you can actually use castor oil. Feels kind of counterintuitive. It's so thick and heavy, but you can actually apply it onto your face and use it as a purifying mask. It helps to exfoliate the skin. It pulls out blackheads, and it helps to dissolve accumulations in the body like fibroids or other like lipomas or any other type of growth that develops in the body like a cyst. And it's also a really powerful laxative. But the unique thing about castor oil as a laxative is that it doesn't just flush the large intestine like most laxatives do. It actually flushes this entire, the small intestine as well. It doesn't reach quite up as high as the stomach. So it flushes the small intestine as well as the large intestine. And it also dilates the biliary ducts in the gallbladder and the liver. So it creates and causes a flush in the liver and in the gallbladder, and a release in the small intestine and in the large intestine. So before you do virechana, if you want to just use castor oil as a general laxative to create some type of relief for yourself if you're constipated, that's one thing. You can go ahead and do that. But to use it as a virechana vehicle, you want to follow specific preparatory methods as well. Specifically, doing a course of internal snehana, it's called. So drinking ghee for a set period of time and applying medicinal oils to the body for a set period of time. And you can read more about that in my other video that's a part of this playlist that's called Using Fats to Heal Digestion. The video is called Using Fats to Heal Digestion. So you would use a course of drinking ghee and applying oils to the body for a set period of time. And then after that, you would take castor oil at the end, and it creates a flush in your body. So when you take the castor oil is at night on the last day of your course of internal snehana. So you generally do internal snehana for a period of 3, 5, or 7 days. And we most frequently suggest taking the castor oil, 2 tablespoons, on the last day of your course of internal snehana. So if you drink ghee for a period of 3 days, then on the night of the 3rd day, you would take the castor oil and create a flush in your body. If you take the internal snehana for 5 days, then on the last 5th day, before you go to bed, you would take 2 tablespoons of castor oil. The other alternative is to wake up at about 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning and drink it then. And so castor oil generally takes effect within 1 to 2 hours, but it can be as late as 6 to 8 hours depending on your overall digestive strength. And you can expect to have several eliminations quite close to one another. But then after it's over, which it takes about 45 minutes to an hour, it's pretty much over. So after you have the castor oil flush, Ayurveda teaches that your digestion is in kind of a weakened state. And so you want to really protect it by not overwhelming your body with really, really heavy foods. So the day of the castor oil flush, this is a really good day to fast. And there are many different methods of fasting, but in general, an Ayurvedic practice of fasting includes warm, easy to digest, herbal, vegan soups, with the exception of ghee, of course. So you could make yourself a batch of vegan vegetable soup that's pureed, that's really easy to digest, or you could do something that's called khichdi, which is a common Ayurvedic soup that's mung beans and grains mixed together with different spices. I have some recipes on my site if you're interested in those. Or you could also fast on cold pressed juices if that was more comfortable for you in the spring or the summer months. And if you would like to get a recipe for one of my favorite khichdi's, you can click the link in my bio, and it will take you to an Agni quiz where you can figure out what your digestive type is, as well as a little written out protocol of drinking ghee for a set course of time, as well as using the internal snehana, the drinking of the ghee and then taking the castor oil flush. So I hope that this information aids you on your path. Again, click the link in the description of this video if you would like to have this protocol written out for you, as well as a little quiz to figure out what your digestive type is and a recipe that you can use on the day of your flush. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.